Okay, it's 6:02. We're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome everybody to the Vincent Thomas Bridge deck replacement. Today is the Community Advisory Committee meeting number 25, and today is September 24th, 2025. Before we get started, we're going to call roll. I'm going to just call out your name. Let me stop sharing so that I can see the whole. Give me a second. Okay, so Diana, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. Diana Jimenez, Public Information Officer for Caltrans District 7.
Thank you. Rima?
Good afternoon, Rima Tebeleva, Project Manager from Caltrans for this project. Thank you.
Hi, Ken.
Hi, good afternoon. Ken Young, Caltrans, Office of District Traffic Manager.
Wilfred?
Hi, good afternoon. Wilfred Domingo from Caltrans Office of Mobility Programs.
Jeff?
Hey everybody, Jeff Meyer. I'm with the Skanska CEC JV Outreach Specialist.
Art?
Art Motorkeen, Media Relations Manager for the Port of Long Beach.
Monica?
Monica Garcia, CEO, Wilmington Chamber of Commerce.
Brian?
Brian Martinez, Office of Senator Laura Richardson.
Michelle Circleback? We'll come back to Michelle. Nothing's coming in. I see a gentleman, but I don't see. Oh, Mr. Francis?
Yeah, hi, I'm Mike Francis. I'm with Caltrans. I'm the Area Construction Manager for Structure Construction.
Osama?
Good afternoon, Osama Migalla, Caltrans Project Management Area Manager.
Did I miss anybody? Okay, I think we're ready to go. So let me show my presentation. And we'll get started. There it is. So tonight's agenda, we're going to review the prior CAC meeting action items. We're going to do an overview of the September 16th CAC meeting, and we're going to listen to some presentation on the recent closures of the Vincent Thomas Bridge. We'll review the project schedule. We'll do a recap of the September 17th PMSA meeting, the goods movement stakeholder meeting. And then we'll cover a couple topics discussed at the goods and movement meeting, which was the Vincent Thomas Bridge quick map integration discussion, and also the traffic management plan subcommittee. And we'll review the project coordination map, and then we'll review the new Vincent Thomas Bridge project website, have an open discussion, and collect action items, and announce the next meeting. The previous meeting action items, we didn't have anything of significance, just our regular housekeeping, which was upload the meeting minutes and the recording of the new Vincent to the new Vincent Thomas Bridge project website. Prior TAC meeting overview. Rima, are you covering this part?
Yes, thank you, Manuel.
Yeah.
So at September 16, last week, technical advisory meeting, we presented the following topics: recent closure of Vincent Thomas Bridge, project schedule, goods movement, stakeholder meeting information. We talk about traffic management plan subcommittee meeting. We talk about project coordination map and new Vincent Thomas Bridge project website. Next slide, please. We also responded to the question by the City of Long Beach on the status of the raising the bridge idea. We responded that raising the bridge is just a concept at this time, and we are moving forward with the deck replacement project as scheduled. Also, the Los Angeles Fire Department requested a meeting with Caltrans to discuss the integration of Los Angeles Fire's data into the traffic management plan, and this meeting will be scheduled soon. Manuel, back to you.
So we wanted to just announce that we had some recent closures of the Vincent Thomas Bridge. So here is just a little bit on the closure. Caltrans District 7 completed repairs of the finger joint with overnight closures on August 27th through the 29th from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. And there were some daytime closures on September 5, 7, and 8 on the SR 47 at the Vincent Thomas Bridge. And so we're happy to report that due to the careful planning and public cooperation, everything ran smoothly and it was a success. And here's just a summary of just some of the dates, as I mentioned, and some of the closures that occurred within the streets that were actually impacted. So that's just for your review. I won't recap that. And here's some pictures of our crew that was out just repairing the finger joints, just for your review. And next we have the project schedule. I think Rima's got this slide. Thank you, Rima.
Thank you. Next slide, please. There is no updates to the schedule. We just wanted to remind you of the project timeline. Currently, project is almost 100% design complete. We will start construction in late winter, this coming winter, with pre-full closure work, which will be completed in fall of 2026. The full closure will begin in fall of 2026 and end in winter of 27-28. And the full closure will last 16 months. The post-full closure phase will begin in winter 27-28 and will be completed in winter 28-29. Back to you, Manu.
Thank you, Rima. So the recap of the goods movement stakeholder meeting, there was a discussion on the Vincent Thomas Bridge quick map integration, sorry. The traffic management plan subcommittee had an update, and also the holiday work exception. Some of the topics discussed with regards to the quick map integration into the Vincent Thomas Bridge project was push notifications, radius is still being defined, CCTV live streaming, concerns raised about the driver safety, avoid distracted driving. So basically there was a concern raised just to make sure that as drivers access the app, that they're not distracted while actually turning on the application. There's also an effort to establish a link to the project website as well, and exploring coordination with Google Maps and Apple to detour visibility. So basically to integrate Google Maps and the Apple application to make it work with Quick Maps. So that's something that that Caltrans is still working on. And also too, they mentioned that there was a request for there to be an application that's truck specific versus passenger vehicle routing customization. And now I'm going to pass it on to Ken Young, who's going to talk about the traffic management plan subcommittee.
Thank you. Next slide, please. In terms of traffic control officers, we had previously identified 26 intersections in which to deploy them. Throughout the process, there's been some notification in terms of challenges related to resources from the city of LA. In recognition of that, we basically prioritized the locations with the with the locations around the detour being that priority, and we identified a couple of tiers should there come a day where we need to reduce or trim down the locations. So as of recently, that day has come, and we're working with tier 1, which consists of 8 intersections. We're looking to we're going to be trimming down the number of intersections from 26 to 18 intersections, 12 of which are in the city of LA, 5 within Caltrans jurisdiction, and 1 within the port of Long Beach. With this updated list, we still feel good about addressing or taking care of the essential locations, which are along that detour. And then we have a few locations that connect to this community of San Pedro, notably along Gaffey. And then we also have a challenging intersection in terms of on PCH and Drum, where a temporary signal will be in place there. Next slide, please. In terms of CCTV cameras, we have 20 locations. The most recent changes have been cameras 13 and 16 at Anaheim at Farragut Street and at Anaheim at Santa Fe Avenue. Those strategic locations will allow us to view the greater corridor on Anaheim Street, basically from the 110 all the way to the 710. And then we relocated 1 camera from Anaheim and I Street to PCH at basically the interchange of PCH at 103. And again, likewise, we'll have a really good view of the traffic impacts on the PCH corridor during the full closure. Next slide. In terms of crossing guards, we recognize the city of Los Angeles has some resource challenges there. Previously, there were 4 intersections identified. 2 of them were on PCH, and they're connected to Banning High School. And our current understanding is crossing guards are not provided for high schools. So that leaves the 2 locations on Anaheim Street at Bayview Avenue and Neptune Avenue. While they will not be able to provide it, we will be working with the contractor and to get services, traffic control services to provide those crossing guards during the full closure. Next slide, please. This is kind of an overview of what we call the automated work zone information system. In terms of motorist information, the deployment of we have fixed changeable message signs on our state highway system. We will be deploying portable changeable message signs along the system, basically from the closure area as far north as the 101 to the west, as far north as the 10 to the east. It's a very comprehensive motorist information plan, and we'll be coordinating accordingly with adjacent districts like District 8 in terms of the fixed assets that they have on their system. And in general, we'll be able to provide, the goal is to provide real-time remote messaging that will during 3 conditions. So you have a free flow condition where we'll be able to provide specific directions in terms of, depending on where one is, to ultimately say if the one was on 405 to continue on that path to southbound 710 to reach Terminal Island. And if they're on another route, we would encourage them to take that path of diversion, leading them to the 710 and down south to Terminal Island. If there were congested conditions, somewhere between 25, 45 miles per hour, that's where we would give an indication of delays that could be expected as they approach Terminal Island. So this will give the motorists an opportunity to get an understanding what that delay is, and then empower them to make the appropriate decision in terms of using alternate routes, whatever they may be, to get there in a timely manner. And should there be stagnant conditions, as number 3 represents, then we'll inform motorists of that condition and to utilize alternate routes as deemed necessary. Next slide, please. Normally, we during the holiday week, holiday period between Thanksgiving and New Year, we have restrictions. That time of year, represents a lot of new travel, people coming in that are new to the area. So therefore, we have certain restrictions such as extended closure. We don't allow extended weekend closures on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We don't allow closures. And beyond that, we don't allow closures, before or shortly after a particular holiday, because we recognize the travel patterns within certain holidays. But in recognition of this project and what it represents, the need to expedite it, we are loosening our normal restrictions to facilitate the completion of this project. And I think that concludes my report.
Thank you, Ken.
Sure.
Now we're going to have just a quick update from Wilfred Domingo on the project's coordination map and schedules.
Thank you, Manuel. Okay, thank you. So there's not really much update on our project coordination map. Just to give a refresher to what we have, I highlighted the projects on State Route 103 that we recently completed. So that is Project G and N. Project G is the Union Pacific Overhead Bridge Replacement Project, and Project N is the Pavement Preservation Project. And I highlighted two projects in brown. These are the projects that are within the detours, but per our latest communications with the consultants, it's a good news that it will be a minimal impact into the VTB project. And if you go all the way to the bottom left corner, that's Project C. That was the Harbor Boulevard SR47 interchange project. So I talked to the resident engineer for this project. So by the time we'll be closing the VTB, and it has gonna have a minimal impact into the project. So I think that's good news for the community. So we have these projects that we have already completed, and the ones that are on the detours, we're continuously having discussions with the consultants to make sure that their detours, their traffic handling, and the way they're going to be constructing these projects will have minimal impact into our detours. So that is the latest that we have for the project coordination map and schedules.
Thank you, Wilfred. And now we're just going to do a quick recap and update on the new Vincent Thomas Bridge deck replacement. The public affairs team has been working really hard in building up this new website to conduct outreach. And so we've now added a tab to actually be able to access our technical advisory committee meetings, as well as the community advisory committee meetings as well. There's a tab there where you can actually click on there, go access the YouTube video, and within the YouTube video, you will be able to, there's actually a link within the YouTube video where you can have the access to the meeting minutes and the agenda for you to just get caught up on some of the efforts that we're making with regards to outreach and all the information that we're updating with regards to the project. So yeah, take some time to go visit the website. It's accessible to the public. We have created a section for Spanish as well, which is really awesome, and we're really proud of that fact. It's coming together. And now it's time for our open discussion. And so this is the time to go ahead and ask your questions, or if you have any commentary. Anybody have any question, concern? Okay, so it looks like we don't have any questions. I don't see anybody responding, so we'll move on. And so there is no action item from this because there was nothing that really came up. This is our next meeting, and our contact information. We'll have the next CAC meeting on Wednesday, October 22nd at 6 p.m. If you need to contact Diana Jimenez, her information is on there. I can also be contacted on that number there. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We appreciate you staying engaged on this very important project. Thank you.